Today's video is going to be planning some next step quizzes, and I'm probably not doing this very well, so I'm just going to flip it around for this, and it's going to be like not the best focus, but the quality is better than me doing it on my phone and showing the camera. So the first one we're going to do is, what next step troop name? What would your next step troop name be? So the first thing is, find the word next to your name. Name starts with encore. Find the word next to the letter that your surname starts with. H, which is troop. Find the type of style next to the month of your birthday. Modern, so honestly don't know. Step 4, put all three of them together. I've got encore modern dance, encore troop modern, which sounds a bit weird. So, what next step style are you? So, start. You've turned up at a party, everyone is heading to the dance floor. What do you do? Break out your heavy choreo routine to impress them. Go with the flow of the movement and join in with everyone else. Wait until the right song comes on to break out your moves. Flip your way to the dance floor. Nobody's better than you. I always do that. I don't think I'm better than anyone, but I just do that whenever I'm at a party. Time to warm up, but the dance captain is running late. What do you do? Step up and lead the group through the choreo. You can do this. Stick at the back and use this time to practice those tricky moves. Put some upbeat music on and stage a group dance off. Take the troupe and ask them what you think they should do. I will probably talk to the troupe because oh disaster, you've fallen right in the middle of the routine with everyone watching. How do you react? That was probably choreographed. Style it out and make it part of the routine. No one will know. Yeah, I'd do that. You're competing for the solo spot with the rest of the troupe. How are you going to impress the studio? Show off your most impressive, complicated moves that only you can do. Pick a really emotive routine. Show off your music to show off your skills. Go without over preparing. Keep it fresh, loose, having fun. See what everyone else does first to make sure you do something different. I'd probably go that one there. Acro would be, yeah, I can't do any acro, so. The next step, who said it, I think, is going to be the next one I go for. No boss harder than me, I'm a bro. No, it's Ethan. Understudy, more like wonderstudy. Heathcliff, Jude, Summer, Ethan, Heathcliff, because he was an alternate. I feel invisible, I feel humiliated, and obviously that has to be Summer, because no one else really sort of struggled, and there was an episode called Fall of Summer. I'd say we're the Giley of the group. Kingston. That is a freaky clown. I think it's looking at me. Henry and Kingston, Kingston and Ozzy, Emily and Michelle, Heath and Ozzy. I reckon Henry and Kingston. No, it's Heath and Ozzy. I honestly don't know some of these. It's in room service. Who said cool, 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 cool? Can't be Cleo, can't be Jude. It's probably Rochelle. I sometimes get my lefts and right confused. It's different for me to mirror and follow along. That is so Jude. Who said, I planned for all of this, but I don't plan for this. We're doomed. Nick. Who said, when I'm stressed, I eat and Finn is missing, making me mega stressed. That's Kenzie. Not healthy to stress eat. Eating popcorn is like eating it. It's not going to ruin my appetite. That was Amy, obviously, because she was starving and got some popcorn. And Piper then thought that they had feelings. On a scale of 1 to 10 of disappointment, I'm likely at 50. I think that's Henry with 8 crazy dates. Who's Babe? And I'm Babe. Henry, Piper, Ozzy, Miss Angela. Piper, no, Miss Angela. 9 out of 12, pretty good score. Right. Superfan quiz of season 7. Like, let's have a look, because I think who was made dance captain after the A Troop alternate auditions? Definitely Summer. It should have been like Rochelle or Kenzie. I kind of don't know out of those two. Rochelle could be a good dance captain, but at the same time, she may only think about winning, so I honestly, seriously don't know. Obviously, I've got a cup of tea. Next. Who said, pointless drama, I didn't want to solve Finn's problems? Rochelle. It was Rochelle, as Cleo tried to convince her that being dance captain was never worth it anyway, too much drama. What do Finn and Amy do when Piper has to bail on to pick them up? To pick a grandmother up? Have a high tea. And there's the picture of them having a high tea. What dance move does Nick ask Cleo to do when he is forced to choreograph the Dance Mania audition? Sort of ask. What is the name of the song that A Troop used for the group Dance Mania audition? Rubber Band. One Dance was their actual first round of Dance Mania. Tell the Story was the first episode. Shut You Down was the Thunder Bros. What is the name of Marcus Peter Ethan's rival bro group formed after turning the opportunity to join the Thunder Bros? Thunder Bunch. Wrong. To be honest, I don't really remember that. What does Cleo use to read Jude's future? Her palm. Tea leaf. Who does Henry refer to as killer of romance? Kingston. No, Emily. Who is missing from the list of B Troop members that made the national team at the end of the series? What advice does Judge Maria give to Rochelle before the Dance Mania final? Well, that's pretty good. Right, let's see if there's anything else that... The next step, Superfan quiz. There's going to be a lot of Superfan quizzes, but it's like, can I do them? Or am I going to flop at the quiz? But let's start. Who tells Rochelle that she has a weakness to and calls her out as a traitor? Definitely Noah. What lifts were Giselle and Daniel doing that resulted in Daniel's ankle sprain? The helicopter lift. Does Kate declare the next step won't be at regionals? I mean, why does Kate declare the next step won't be at regionals? Emily and Michelle keep fighting. Regionals was definitely not cancelled. Who replaces Emily and Michelle as dance co-captains? Giselle. No, Amanda. It was Giselle Billy in season 3. When Hunter doesn't make it into the internationals team, how did the boys cheer him up? Dance with him? No, buy him a cake. Which band did A Troop appear in a music video for? Bride or Brightest? Who visits Eldon doing bangers and mashers? Talia. How do A Troop pay for their nationals? Using money. Being fashion models for a fashion show. How do A Troop make sure Chloe goes to regionals? Who did TNS beat at the trio stage regionals? What are the names of the 4 new dancers Miss Angia brings in? Finn, Kenzie, Lily, Summer. After A Troop wins internationals, who auditions for the team? James's sister Piper. Who does Leanne call the blonde one when Davis? Which couple breaks up and performs a duet in Mountains? Noah and Jackie. What type of dancing do Rochelle and Ryan and prank the team to learn? Square dance. To hide his back injury, what does Noah tell A Troop? He likes Amanda. Which part of Rochelle's body causes her trouble? Hip. She had snapping hip syndrome. Who was Kingston talking about when he said, once upon a time we were best friends? Ozzy. Michelle auditions for the next step when she moved from Madison. Why does LaTroy leave the studio? To help his dad fix an old farmhouse. Which character has a fear of flying? Heath. In episode 14, season 7, it's all about B Troop and features one member of A Troop. Who is it? Rochelle. How does Michelle James Riley plan to overthrow Emily? By choreographing a secret routine. What prank does West pull on A Troop before their first regional? Pretends to be hurt. How does Lola stop Rochelle dancing with a secret injury? Breaks her point shoes. Who said, I tried to spare Henry's feelings, but I ended up hurting him even more? Summer. Who can't continue on to the Nationals final due to injury? Emily. What is Eldon's lucky drink? 6 types of milk. How does Emily make LaTroy feel less lonely on the farmhouse? Poor grades in which subject causes his mum to pull him from the studio? Maths. Why does Stephanie miss the choreo for the Nationals auditions? Acting lessons. What replaces Neutral Grounds as a cafe? Shakes and Ladders. Which dancer quits after hearing about the merge with Elite? Eldon. What is Riley scared of? Chickens. Who said, I've accomplished so much at TNS? There were lows, but there are also highs. I grew up here, I can't leave, can I? Noah. Who says that His and Rochelle's dance is a duet of his dream. Who does Kate select to send on the exchange trip to Sweden, Amanda? Who does Rochelle Gunnet does Riley date to get over James Charlie? Who foolishly agrees to choreograph for both TNS East and TNS West of Selden because he double books himself? What business replaced Squeezed in the studio building? That was Copter Shock. What is the name of the band Summer used to be in? Spaghetti Pedicures. Even though that's a weird band name. Who becomes best friends after debating who is better dancer during the auditions for the alternate nationals? Marcus and Ethan. Which city do the next step travel to for international? Miami. When do Eldon and Talia finally get together at internationals? Where does Phoebe go after the next step studio? The Galapagos Islands. What is the new name for Angela's dance studio? Miss Angela's Encore Dance Studio. The Elite Dance Academy, Lucian. What does Riley lose at the beach? Emily's necklace. How does the next step lose points at regionals? How many languages can Talia say hello? 56. What does Amanda hide in Emily's bag to get suspicious? The lockbox key. Dance Mania is being filmed at the same time as Amy's family camping trip. Talia is studio head of which newly formed Acro team? Acro Nation. I actually do like Acro Nation. What does Daniel go when he leaves the next step? Superstar Dance Academy. Who choreographs A Troop instead of Summer's Dance Mania? Audition Rochelle. What does the winner of the second regionals qualifier get? To steal another dancer from another team. What does Emily do to her office when Michelle keeps arguing? Divides it with sticky tape. Who becomes the choreo of Acro Nation? Eldon. When Henry arrives at TNS, he's upset over his ex-girlfriend. What's her name? Jackie. When Elfie leaves the next step, does he go to Switzerland? How does Michelle become dance captain? Who does Finn kiss behind Amy's back? Piper. What helps James to win bangers and mashups? Riley shows up. What does James arrange to get Michelle to return to A-Tube? Flash mob. Noah bumps into Elliot when he sneaks off to audition. Who does? What musical does he audition for? Robin Hood. Miles. Eric is in West Side Story. Why does West almost miss the international semi-final? He has food poisoning. What word is really revealed on the dancer's t-shirt before Henry finds prom? Who does Riley and Emily pick as dance captain when Michelle says no? Skylar. Which fate person does West use to win the national scavenge hunt? Compass. What's the name of Amanda's cousin who visits from England? Cooper. What act does Giselle and West perform at the Dance Scholarship fundraiser? Why does James think he'll have time for A-Troop and internationals? He's busy with the band. Why does LaTroy break up with Amy? Who does the Troy breakup for Amy to be with Sloan? Which dance troupe is disqualified at regionals due to cheating and bribery? Miss Angela's Encore Dance. Who is the female soloist for nationals? Michelle. Why does Riley get voted out at the E-Girls? For swapping positions with Michelle. When TNS draw with Sweden at internationals, what's the tiebreaker? James and Riley's duet. Who helps Kate judge TNS East and TNS West? James and Riley. Why is Sloan disqualified at regionals? Stealing a dance routine. Performing a routine during the freestyle is what it actually was. Why does Cleo regularly have to leave dance practice early? Chloe? To go to work. I keep getting Cleo and Chloe mixed up. Aside from the dance, what else takes up Skylar's time? Rugby. What does Kingston do to improve his dancing so he can be on TNS West? Baby ballet. What's the name of the made-up country? Lithuania. What's the name of West former dance crew? Seed Street Crew. Who does the next step beat to become winners at nationals? Life of Dance or Ladies of Destruction. What does James challenge the baby ballet class to find? Four-leaf clover. What's the name of James's made up in Riley's honour? The Riley roll-up. Even though that's kind of cringy. Who brings Piper to studio and out convince her to dance?